Oh,
Can it end stream or?
no, we're live.
What?
Apparently. So, first of all, apparently YouTube keeps changing the way you do live videos. So, I'm trying to figure out if this is working right now or not, ladies and gentlemen. So, hang on with us. I don't see it as being live.
Well, end stream. We'll delete it and.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Hello? Hello? I don't think our mics are working either.
The mics are on.
No, on there, because we're barely showing up on the meter. That might be the actual.
Hello?
That it might actually be the mic on the computer. Hello?
Episode
Hello.
7?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're live.
Where? I don't show it.
We are live, sir.
My app stinks. Stupid YouTube.
The greatest of all time.
Oh, God. Here we go. Now other stuff's going on. Anyway, what we were doing before we went live here, I mean, somebody from the Blues get at me because here's how you fix the power play. Anyway, so
How are you?
I'm good. Let's 1 minute into this podcast actually get started. My name's David Cobb.
I'm Ken Cooley.
That's Ken Cooley.
Virgo.
Yes, Virgo. It's been a while. It's been a long while.
We've had
It's just that time of year.
Yeah, we've had some crazy scheduling issues. The
We
holidays came up. The week. It's just been nuts. I mean,
Yeah, sickness,
aliens, alien abduction.
aliens. Yeah.
I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was aliens.
Yeah, it was. It was. I agree with that.
Did you have a good holiday?
I did. How about you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Good.
We both, Mrs. Cooley and I, got new jobs, so it's been. If you want to keep a happy marriage, don't get new jobs in the same time frame. It's we've been just going crazy.
Noted.
Oh my God! But yeah, so we're doing pretty good, and
Awesome.
it's been crazy.
Awesome. See? New year, new beginnings,
New stuff.
new everything. It's the way to do it.
Exactly. So, what's going on, sir?
A lot. A lot.
Oh, I can't.
So we've talked a lot, previously on the podcast, things we've been doing. And on this one, I kind of wanted to start out this podcast with
I don't know what the heck that was.
I don't know, we just in our ears just something notification wise popped up and I thought the aliens were coming. So wanted to talk a little bit about some Rotary International news. So I pulled up an article today and this big giant headline on here, I'll read it to you, says Rotary gives $53.5 million to help eradicate polio.
Wow.
So this came out late January, and in 2017, there were 22 confirmed cases of polio. In 2018, so far, that number is 1. So the world is getting close. It's a vaccine preventable disease that once, according to, everything you read, paralyzed, thousands of children every year. And so what Rotary is doing through a grants program is giving that $53.5 million to support immunization and surveillance activities led by the Global Polio Eradication Initiative. So what does that mean? So the way they're going to split up these grants is half of the funds will support efforts to end polio in the 2 of the 3 countries where polio remains like an endemic problem. So you have Afghanistan and Pakistan will split half of the $53 million each. Then you have 10 what they consider vulnerable countries that are polio free, but they're trying to just make sure that effort continues, that children are getting vaccinated so that it doesn't come back. Because like it says in this article, as long as one child has polio, everybody's at risk. So the 10 vulnerable countries, you have Cameroon, Central Africa Republic, Chad, Democratic Republic of Congo, Ethiopia, Iraq, Niger, Somalia, South Sudan, and Syria. So I'll just rattle those off pretty quick for you guys. They're all going to get portions of money, and then the rest of the funds will be split up between the World Health Organization and technical assistance for the region. So what's awesome is that back in 1985, Rotary kind of, started this whole let's eradicate polio. And so it took them a couple years, and then they finally became a partner in the program. And so since 1988-ish, when they became an official partner, Rotary has raised, a ton of money to try to get this done every year. And even this year, I believe it's the next 3 years, Rotary has committed to raising $150 million for the eradication of polio. The kicker to that, which is really cool, is some of you might know a guy by the name of Bill Gates. Well, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
I'm familiar.
Is what they created. Yeah, you might know who Bill Gates is. They've offered to match that 2-1. So that would get us $450 million over the next 3 years for polio eradication.
That's insane to me.
That's insane. That's a huge number.
Yeah.
Huge number. And if you consider the fact that last year you had 22 cases, and think about, the number, and I don't have it from last year, but let's just say this year we have close to that number of cases, hopefully fewer, and you're still giving out $53 million in grants, and we're, Rotary says we're this close. You're that close, and you're spending that money, but it's well worth it to get these kids vaccinated, make sure it's not spreading, or some of these vulnerable countries that they have a case pop up when they haven't had a case in maybe some countries, maybe a year, some countries, maybe more than that, a lot more than that. But they're still susceptible to having polio. And Rotary has done a fantastic job in raising money to make sure that, hey, we're going to try to get rid of this, and we're going to succeed.
Yeah, I think the funny thing too is like, as Rotarians, we're not always, what is the term I'm looking for? Braggadocious. We don't kind of go out there and brag about a lot of the stuff that we do. So I think, this is huge. This is a huge deal. And just to be even, you and I playing a small part in this is just absolutely a tremendous honor. Think about this when polio is eradicated. And you and I are having that conversation. And you and I had a little tiny itty bitty part of, doing it. But at the same time, it's huge. It's so huge.
Well, it's going to be one of those moments, the whole, not on the same level as, where were you when, type thing. When you see some of those stories in the news that are like, what they call generation defining news stories. So like 9/11, like everybody kind of remembers where exactly they were when that was going on. It's kind of just embedded with you. The eradication of polio for Rotarians, we're going to remember that.
Yeah.
We're going to remember the day that they announce, hey, we did it.
Yeah.
We're going to know, hey, we had a meeting that night. We talked about it. We did this. We talked to so-and-so. It was a great day. We might even throw parties and say, hey, we did it, and then the beautiful thing, because we as Rotarians know how we are within our own clubs, but we also know how Rotary International is, and as we know how Rotary International is as an organization, is that we're going to move on to the next thing. We're going to find the next thing that Rotary wants to get behind. And we'll still, I'm sure, still have efforts going to make sure polio stays eradicated. There might still be research funding that goes on and things like that, but we're going to find something to say, this is the next big thing. Let's get rid of it. And we're going to put our minds to it. And within maybe 30 years after Rotary gets involved, we'll be talking about the next thing.
I'll be still here. I'll still be here.
I'll still be here.
Even if they do, maybe. Yeah, even if they do like a Futurama, they cut off my head and put me in like a...
Yeah, it could happen.
You know, it could happen. It totally happened. I'd do a robot body. You know, I'd be all over that.
Yeah.
I'd be like the Terminator or whatever.
Hey.
It's got to be better than this thing.
Yeah, this guy.
But yeah, there's been that's a crazy story. So like for our club, we started doing the Rock'em Sock'em Robots thing. And that was kind of a neat little way to raise money for, to fight polio. And so, but while we're talking on the subject, I want to tell you about Ralph Zook, who is from the Fairview Heights Club. Mm-hmm. He has actually got this 10-speed bike that he has, and behind it, he's got attached to it a Barcalounger. Mm-hmm. So if you look up on Facebook right now, it's called Barcalounger Rickshaw.
Yep.
And so Ralph is going to start riding his bike from Fairview Heights all the way to Toronto, which is where the international convention is being held this year. God bless him. But he's been raising money to get that started. And again, him and his club are just absolutely amazing. But he specifically is also looking for help, you know, if you are want to take a couple days, because he's going to need a couple people as he's riding up there to, drive or meet him in a town, or if he runs into an issue. So if that's something you guys are interested in, you got a couple days vacation, or even if you're thinking about heading up to Toronto, get in touch with us and we'll get you in touch with Ralph. But think about the money that he's raising.
Oh yeah.
You know, to fight polio. And then that gets, the multiplier.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's amazing.
Well, and amazing. The other thing is, and something I've committed to, whether he knows who I am or not, but the people that have told me about him, is whenever he starts, whatever day, whatever time he starts at, I will be there and I will ride along with him. I'm not going to be sitting in the chair making him pull me. I will be on my bike and I'll ride with him for a couple miles, who knows, maybe 20, 30 miles. And just to make sure that, he starts off good and he has the support of the Rotarians in this area, and that we're with him,
Well, the cool thing, definitely we'll get you in touch with Ralph, because he's just an amazing, he's one of these be the hero guys, he's just absolutely amazing. But the cool thing, the awesome thing is you'll see him, they'll be doing some events leading up to that. For $20, he'll take you, he'll lead you around in the seat of the rickshaw, and he'll drive you around, and then at the end you get a T-shirt that's a Barcalounger Rickshaw Crash Test Dummy, to help fight polio. So I mean, I'm a sucker for a T-shirt.
Right.
So I got one already.
You got one. There might be more.
There might be a few more in my future. So if you see that guy out there, or you're interested in his cause or anything like that, please hit us up. And we'll kind of get you involved.
I haven't met him yet, so I know. I got to get there. I don't know how. I avoid. That's a special skill. People have skills that they like to brag about. Mine is that somehow I avoid all the people that I want to make a connection with. It just, I missed Mitty Chang. I miss, I miss all these people. And most of the time I'll find out I was at an event and they were there, and then I happen to not even see them or run into them. And then it's like, oh man, I wanted to talk to him or her. And it just always happens that way for me. It's great. It's a skill. You should, I'll teach seminars.
I have a big mouth. So it's kind of hard for people not to know that I'm either in the room, or if I hear somebody's in the room,
right.
I go on stalker mode.
There you go.
There's somebody I need to meet, and it happens.
It happens. You make it happen.
You just need to hang out with me more.
There you go. The other thing that I'd like to talk about that's been in the news is we just had this little game on TV called the Super Bowl.
I don't want to talk about Super Bowl.
Well, I know you don't. I know you don't, because you're Yeah, you were one of the 5% of the country. Oh yeah, here comes Tom Brady. Um, Ken was one of the people that when they polled the whole country, he was one of the 5% out of the whole population that wanted
It's
New
okay,
England to
buddy.
win.
It's okay.
Everybody else wanted Philly to win.
It was not your fault, sir. It was not your
So
fault.
95% of the people got it right, Ken.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
And we'll take this because Tom Brady got sacked. Oh,
yeah, he
that
did.
hurt.
Oh, see you, Tom. He's now a paperweight.
Yeah. The crazy thing about that is Philadelphia deserved that game. They brought, Nick Foles. Remember Nick Foles?
I do.
Nick
for the
Foles.
Rams.
Everybody, when he was here, I said there's something about that kid, and everybody was down on him. And when he got traded, and everybody was like, "Oh, thank God."
Yeah.
Look what happened to Nick Foles.
Yeah. And the funny thing is right before I came over here, I saw a link on Facebook, and it was the play that they ran for the touchdown where Nick Foles caught the touchdown. Okay. So earlier, in the game, Brady tried the trick play and it didn't work out. Philadelphia on, 4th and goal decides to try to run this play and Foles catches it for a touchdown. There's a video out there that he went over to the coach when the coach says, we're going for it. And he just walks up to the coach and goes, Philly. And the coach goes, yeah, let's do it. And so he goes back to the guys and says, Philly special on 1. All right. Yeah. And then they run out and they run the play. So he called the play. He was the one who went over to the coach and said, I want to run this play. And the coach pauses and goes, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
So that makes it even more, special for him.
His story, like he was going to quit.
Yeah.
I mean, when the Rams got rid of him and, it was just one of those deals. I don't want to go too much into the sports aspect of it, but Chip Kelly kind of ruined that team for a few years. And, Nick Foles was going to quit. He's going to quit on his dream, the thing that he loved to do. And, man, he stuck with it and kept persevering and just, victim of circumstance. And he's, Super Bowl MVP.
Yeah.
I mean, holy
It's kind of crazy how it all worked out.
Yeah.
But the story out of the Super Bowl that it got covered by some people, and I had heard about it well before the Super Bowl, was another former Rams player that plays for Philly, Chris Long.
Yeah, amazing.
This guy who's, been playing in the league for, I think it's 10 years now, he donated his entire 2017 base salary to charity. So worth $1 million. Salary is $1 million. He donated the first 6 paychecks to fund scholarships in the Charlottesville, Virginia area. That's his hometown. Then he went on to, after he did that, that was what he kind of first committed to, was let's just take the first 6 paychecks. And then he decided to expand it. And he ended up in the October area-ish time frame, decided he was going to give the 10 remaining paychecks to organizations to promote educational equality in 3 cities that he's played in for over his, the 3 cities that he's played in over his 10-year career. So that's Philly, Boston, and St. Louis, because, obviously he's a Rams player. So then through his Chris Long Foundation, he created a pledge, and that allowed people from each one of those cities to go ahead and make donations, make matching gift donations, and whichever city had the most pledges, he gave them an extra $50,000 on what he was already donating from his paychecks.
That's amazing.
Well, guess what city came through on the pledges? St. Louis.
Yeah, buddy.
So we got the extra $50,000 from people in this area making pledges through his foundation to give back to these schools. And he had a great quote, and I'll kind of read it here to you. It was, the effect of working together for a common goal is why I played my 10 seasons in the NFL for free, or my 10th season for free, and challenged fans to get involved. He said the power of this is the power of sports in action. So, I mean, you take somebody who professional athlete making a good salary decides at the beginning, yeah, let's donate some of my paychecks, and then decides, let's just donate the rest of them, his base salary. That's kind of a rare thing, and it's awesome because at the beginning of the year when he decided to do this, he didn't know it was going to work out where they were going to even, do so well in the playoffs, make it to the Super Bowl. Oh, we're going to win the Super Bowl. You didn't know that ahead of time. And here it is that he comes through and wants to really support education for kids in these cities that he's not only his hometown, but then the cities that he played in, which, says something about the character of an individual and how we tend to not realize, I don't think, think about professional athletes when they play in these cities. I know a lot of the times you hear about if you're a hockey fan in this area, that you see the alumni and the presence of the Blues players that retire here after their playing careers. They meet, they have girlfriends here and then they get married to, and their wives are from here or whatever it may be. And they come back here and they do things in the community here. They genuinely care about the areas that they play in. And so a lot of them do end up giving back, and it doesn't always get, mentioned. And that's kind of the great thing. We support them in their careers while they're here and while they're playing, and we cheer them on, and we run up to them and ask for autographs, and, oh my gosh, it's so exciting to meet you. And then afterwards they hang around and they give back to the people that supported them. Yeah. Well, so it's awesome.
And it's funny you say that. So like for people back east where I grew up who are watching, this really is a crazy sports town. I mean, Cardinals fans here, you think Red Sox fans are nuts and passionate about their team. Oh, yeah. This is church here for Cardinals baseball. I saw a crazy story about Matt Holliday and his wife. Matt Holliday used to play left field for the Cards, ended up getting traded. They still do charity work here. They, giving back to the community. A lot of the sports guys that you meet here, it's a different mentality. It really is. Like you said, I do feel like a bit of a creeper, asking Tony Twist for his autograph, and being like, Kelly Chase or those guys.
Come on.
But, for me, this town's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I know we get a bad rap sometimes, but God willing, we are changing that and making this area very well known. Chris Long, as you said, the greatest story ever. He left the Patriots last year to join Philadelphia. And we were all sitting there going, what a jackass.
Right.
How stupid. He's losing his chance to win a Super Bowl. And then he won the Super Bowl.
Well, he proved you guys wrong.
So then, unfortunately, Tom Brady was sitting here. I'm sorry, Tom. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, I just got, hold on. What? Oh, okay. Tom is eating some avocado ice cream back in the gym training. So he's okay.
Yeah.
We'll see you next year, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna put him.
Okay, he's going back he's tired.
He only got hit once, but it was
it was the one
sacked once.
Yeah, and it was the one.
It kicked him in the butt. So.
Yep.
Luckily, I don't bet on the Patriots.
Well, that's good.
Thank God.
I can't bet on sports anyway. I don't know. It's too wishy-washy.
Oh, you're crazy.
It is.
Crazy. I will gamble on anything. You name it. Growing up in my neighborhood, we would gamble on the most ridiculous possible things you could possibly imagine.
Well,
two dogs running, we're gambling.
We're gambling. Which one's going to win?
Hot Wheels, gambling.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. We were hardcore, man.
Jeez. Can't do it.
We were hardcore.
Something that happened that, we talked about as an upcoming event on the last podcast has been done. And that was a trivia night.
Oh, my goodness.
And this guy over here, he was running around like a crazy man. And nervous and
I wouldn't say
this and trying to figure out left from right, but he pulled it all together. He pulled it all together as an MC.
Well, there were a lot of, we had a lot of stuff going on that night.
We did.
I want to thank Tracy and Tina for kind of putting all that stuff together and
definitely
kind of just squaring it away. It was a little crazy, a little hectic. There was stuff that I liked. There was stuff that I didn't like. But then we went to a trivia night the next week, and I felt a heck of a lot better about how we did our trivia night. So, I mean, there's hits and misses.
Well, you're always more critical of your event.
Oh, I think so.
I'm
my own worst critic, big time.
Yeah.
But, at the same time, I think everybody had fun who went. We ended up raising, I want to say it was like $1,750 or something like that. For us, for a very small club. That's not too shabby. I'll take it.
Not too shabby. And again, that money was going back to support our efforts and what we did with our projects at the Joseph Center. And so, to be honest with you, if we would have made $500, if we would have made $500, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, the money all was, it went to support something that we care about a lot. And so, that's a win-win.
Yeah, speaking of that, so we do have a couple other events coming up, and I can get to them when you're ready.
I got a whole list, buddy.
I know there are no stepping on toes here.
A whole list.
I'm still busy consoling Tom.
Yeah, he was almost asleep. You stood him back up.
I woke him up. I'm sorry, Tom. Or it's nap time.
Yeah, so like Ken said, we'll just go ahead and go through them now since I got them right here in front of me. And he might have a couple more than I do, but we'll see. So the next kind of event that I have coming up on the calendar is the 30 Years of Women in Rotary. That is Saturday, February 17th, 5:30 p.m. And that is at the Missouri Athletic Club.
Yep.
And the keynote speaker is Jennifer Jones. She is a immediate past vice president of Rotary International. And if you listen to the rumblings out there, could be a future RI president.
Quite possible.
But you know how rumors get started. You never know how it's going to work out. But that one's probably a pretty good one.
I'm not one to gossip. But yeah, it's going to be a good event. If you get a chance to go, definitely check that out. You can get information on that on the district website as well as the Facebook page. I am told she is just an absolute amazing speaker. So I'm very excited about that. That'll be a good time.
Yeah. So hopefully there'll be a lot of good information to come out of that, and we'll share that with you guys. And right after that, as in the next Saturday, February 24th, there's this little club called the St. Clair County Sunset Rotary Club that these two guys are a member of. And we're hosting our 4th annual cornhole tournament bags.
It has been 4 years.
4 years, buddy.
Wow.
So that is Saturday, February 24th. It's a good time. Doors open at 5. Tournament starts at 6. It's at the VFW post in O'Fallon. That's on West 1st Street. And a portion of those proceeds will also go to benefit the Joseph Center. Yeah,
they'll go to our grant project, which we were putting together. We are almost finished with the pavilion. We have some touch-up work that we have to do. But if you are this event is one of my favorites. I talk for like 5 minutes. I tell everybody, what they're supporting, all that. And then we have a host who has been on iCarly.
Oh, gosh.
Has been on Deadliest Warrior, right? Or Deadliest something like that.
I don't know.
He was pirate number 3 in iCarly at one point.
Yeah, something. I don't know.
But for me, this is one of my favorite events because I get to hand the microphone off to Garrett Yank. And this dude just, for whatever reason, it's a night of having fun. He busts chops. We just have a blast. This is a perfect event for him to go around and cause havoc. And so if you've got a bags team, it's $50. There will be prizes. There will be cash prizes for the top 3, depending on how many teams are there. We do 50-50 raffle. We do a couple other events. We also have a Brian Jones who is actually ranked in the wonderful world of cornhole tournament, which I forgot to tell you, Saturday morning on ESPN2, they were showing cornhole, a cornhole tournament on ESPN.
I've seen that before.
I lost my mind. I just,
Yeah, no, I've seen that before. I mean, and they're
crazy good. But he's there. I guess he's ranked 7th in the US or something along those lines. But he's got like clothing apparel. And I mean, this dude takes this stuff seriously. If you were there last year, he had these shorts that had like just ridiculous colors of bags on them. I will be getting a pair of shorts.
Nice.
But if you got a team, it's $50 a team. And I promise you, it's double elimination. You'll get at least 2 games in, if not more. At the end of the night, usually too, if you stick around, we just kind of have another tournament. We have fun. We have, we've got the hall for the whole night. So, I mean, you want to hang out, have fun. You can bring your own food. Yep. There will be, it's the VFW. So, as you guys know, if you drink, it's pretty cheap booze, and they take care of you there.
They do.
So, we moved the event there because it was a no-brainer. Absolutely no-brainer. But yeah, man, come out. Even if you're not going to play, come out and watch. You will be amazed at how good and how bad Ken Cooley is at bad.
Yeah. You see the extremes, the good and the bad.
There's the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not good. But please come out. So that'll be the 24th. Registration is available online. You can also hit me up, ken.cooley@live.com. I will get you all the information you need, and we'll go from there.
Find the St. Clair County Sunset Rotary Facebook page.
Yeah.
Join that. Give us a like and a follow.
Yeah.
And, you'll get all the information about all the things that we do, including the bags tournament.
Yeah.
And up next on my list, Saturday, March 24th at 8:30 a.m. at John A. Logan College, there is going to be a disaster response certification training. So the district governor this year, Miss Jill, is doing a disaster response program. And part of that, for people that want to be involved, is some free training to get certified in some different areas, so that in the event of disaster, you can say, hey, I'm certified to do this. And they're going to go, you over here. And you'll know exactly what to do. They won't have to train you. So that's always a good thing, because they don't have time in the unlikely event of a disaster. So that'll be going on again Saturday, March 24th, John A. Logan College. If you're interested, you can go on DACDB and get all the information on the district calendar.
Cool.
So what do you have on the list?
Oh, sir? I got a couple things.
Oh, I know you do.
So we talked about the Joseph Center. We talked about buttoning up stuff. We still have a couple things that we got to do down there. I'm picking March 10th, which is a Saturday. Hopefully the weather will not be 17 below zero or whatever the weather has been out lately.
Yeah, hopefully not.
But we really don't have a lot to do. We're just moving dirt. We are cleaning up a bit. We're looking at that flagpole situation, and we're wrapping up that pavilion, man. That pavilion, which has been kicking my, what. Yep. We're going to be done with it. And God willing, so March 10th, if you're not a Rotarian and you're watching this and you want to help out, please, you're more than invited. We need shovels. We need, I promise you it will not be backbreaking, but it'll be life-saving. It'll be, there'll be a lot of love in the room for you. I might hug you. You might get some vets that'll hug you.
Yep.
Really, at the end of the day, these guys, they'll love you forever, man. Absolutely love you forever. So in talking about that, I think of the last time we got together, but they had their Christmas party.
Yep.
It was, so I should backpedal a little bit. The Fairview Heights Club and our club, St. Clair County Sunset, got together, donated some money for them. We both clubs bought some gifts for the children, for the veterans' children, because a lot of the vets, they haven't seen their kids in a while. You know, they haven't been stable. They've been homeless. They've been on the streets. So a lot of them had, for the first time, were able to see their kids, and they were able to give them, you know, some gifts for the holiday. And there was some food that was made. Tina went Chef Gordon Ramsay nuts on cookies.
Oh my gosh, she made a ton of cookies.
And so, you know, just that kind of stuff. We're trying to build a relationship with the Joseph Center and help these guys out. And God willing, hopefully, you know.
First of all, hold on. Let me jump in and correct you. We're not trying to build a relationship. We have a relationship with these guys. And I think they might think it's like the puppy cuddly death syndrome, because we are we have embraced them very tightly.
Yeah.
And they might at some point go, "Hey guys."
No, I don't.
No, they won't. They won't
think so.
No.
So, like,
but it's a good thing.
I'll go over there, and I think we talked about this too. The first couple of times I was over there, they were like, "Okay, who's this weirdo? You know, who's this knucklehead?" Last time I was there, you know, they're like, "Hey, Ken, Mr. Cooley, let me make you some coffee."
Yep.
You know, so I mean, you know, it's the little things. It really is, and I will never turn down coffee. I don't care what time of day it is. I got problems, but yeah. So getting back to that, so I actually picked up some fishing poles for them.
Mm-hmm.
There is a pond back there, and so while we were working on the pavilion, one of the guys came up to me and was like, "You know, I used to fish all the time. It was the only thing that kind of relaxed me and you know, helped me calm down at times when they go through that post-traumatic stress." And I was like, "Okay, that's cool." You know, so I bought him a fishing pole, and you know, dude came up and hugged me, and so I'm a big wuss. You know, I always joke around that I don't cry easy. Lie. So, you know, if you guys got old fishing poles that you want to donate to the cause, please do. These guys take donations year round for just about anything you could possibly imagine. Any houseware goods, even like furniture, stuff like that. They're always trying to build up the rooms. So I can repost the list of what the Joseph Center is looking for donations. But if you got anything you want to donate, just hit us up. We'll, you know, again, ken.cooley@live.com, 2rotarians@gmail.com. We get you in touch with the people that, you know, you can help us change lives. You can change lives. It's that easy.
It's that easy.
Yeah. That's my little soapbox. I'm sorry.
Okay. No, you're good. What else you got?
So, we as Rotarians, we have a special date with the Cubs cards. We'll be selling tickets June 17th. This is one of the district's big fundraisers. Now, the thing about this year, June 17th, it's a very special day. It's actually Father's Day. So if you are interested in tickets, you need to let us know. They'll have all the information coming out, I think, at some point this week, or you know, we're going to pre-pet, so I'll talk about that in a second. But they'll have all of that information for us. And I promise you, man, you know, this will help support the district, help us support, make, you know, all that good love in the community that we do. There's the president nominee behind them to kind of get the ball rolling so that they become better leaders, and kind of gives them some training skills. gives them a little bit of the background on computer stuff that you need to do for the district. But really, it's the start of, hey, you're going to be president. Let's get this together. So, you know, when I went last year, I found it very helpful. I found that it was, without going into too much detail, it kind of sets you on the right path and makes sure that you're, you know, you get your goals in line. You kind of figure out where you want to go direction wise with the district and with your club. And so a new president coming in, Tina,
you're next.
You're next. So Tina coming in, she can kind of get a feel for what the district wants, what they'll help her do, vice versa. Plus, there's a lot of good Rotary swag there. So I'm a sucker for a T-shirt or a coat or anything like that. So I'm kind of excited. Somehow, some way, I got schnookered back in. Every time I try to get out, they keep pulling me back in. So I'll be actually the president after Tina. And so I get to go back to pets and pre-pets and all that. So the first pets training is the 10th, which is this Saturday. If you are not the president and president nominee or president-elect coming in, they will still have foundation grant training. Mm-hmm. So the cool thing about this is the district basically tells you, hey, this is how we're going to give you money for your grant project. You need to have a couple people from your club. Doesn't need to be the president, vice president, but if you got some regulars who are interested in doing that, this is the training to go for. If you haven't registered, you need to register. It's this Saturday. They're planning for lunches. They're planning for all that good stuff. So I will be there all day. You can come say hello, all that good stuff. So please come February 10th if you got that. March 16th through 18th is actually pets, and that's presidential-elect training. So the cool thing about this pets, and as well in the past, is I think there are 4 or 5 other districts that do their training at this, at the same place. So that's on March 16 through 18. You get a lot out of it. Friday night's just hanging out and getting there, and Saturday is basically Rotary 101, President 101. You get so much information, and they really prep you for coming in and being that guy or that girl in our case. Tina, you're next.
Get excited.
No pressure. So, hopefully, I hope that she gets out of it what I got out of it last year. And so, it really kind of helped me plan and point in the right direction for where I wanted to take this club.
Awesome.
I joke around about this, and I think I tell you guys this at the meetings. We've done 12 projects already. That's a huge number for a Rotary club. Now, you can say, some of them are small, some of them are big, whatever. 12 projects. I joked around that I wanted to do a project a month, and everybody kind of looked at me like I was insane and, all that good stuff. I knew we could do it.
You just didn't realize we'd do it halfway through your year.
So I'm done. Basically, I don't want to do it.
Ken shutting her down.
No, the cool part about that is, I've got 5 more months left where I can kind of create, and I've got a couple ideas. I was supposed to go to I apologize to Brenda and Ralph at the Fairview Heights Club. I was supposed to go there Monday night, and I get schnookered. I'm a weather nut. I love watching the weather. For the people back east, there was this dude called Dr. Mel. Dr. Mel, he would tell you, the weather is this is how it's going to be, and then this is how it is for the next 7 days. And that dude was right. I've never seen weathermen be right before. Not Dr. Mel. Dr. Mel nailed it every time. So I became a weather buff. Unfortunately, here in the St. Louis area, you couldn't pay these weathermen and weatherwomen to be correct ever.
Well,
it's
good
terrible.
luck.
Yeah. So Monday night, we're driving home from work, and all you hear is Ice-ageddon, ice apocalypse. Get home now. You don't want to die. So of course the Fairview Heights Club meets on Monday night, and I was supposed to go over there and meet those guys and talk to them about a few things. And unfortunately, I got bamboozled by the St. Louis weathermen and women who kicked me while I was down. And so, of course, Miss Brenda texts me the next morning, and she's like, "So, Cooley." I was like, "Brenda, it was ice Armageddon.
It rained a little bit."
Yeah, it was very wimpy. Very, very wimpy. Of course, now the next time.
Right, you'll go, it's not going to happen. We'll have a half-inch ice out there.
Yeah, and then I'll go have to play Mario Kart.
Right.
Luckily, I'm pretty good at that.
Well, there you go.
But I apologize to those guys. I will be at their meeting next week. I promise.
Awesome.
Yeah. So as far as events go, I have a couple in the works. I don't want to tip my hat just yet.
Awesome.
So there's a couple more coming, but I really, really, really think that if you're listening out there, I don't care what club you're in. I don't care if you're in a club. That March 10th, we're going to dedicate that pavilion to those guys. Please, please, just come hang out with us for an hour. I promise you we'll change your life.
Oh, yeah.
We'll absolutely change your life.
It's a great group of guys down there.
Yeah. And free coffee.
There you go.
So you can't beat that. Yeah.
Nope.
Other than that, as far as events go, I think I'll hold off. So
awesome.
Talk to Tom Brady here for a second.
Tom Brady. He's back.
It's okay.
I tell you.
It's okay.
It's okay. I think maybe you should lay back down, buddy. You look a little pale.
Was it your fault you lost the Super Bowl? No. Yeah, it probably was a little bit. Tom, they have a Facebook show. So I'm a big nerd. You're a big nerd when it comes to like technology and YouTube. Obviously, they have a Facebook show called Tom versus Time. And so it's strictly on Facebook, so you have to watch it. So he went on this whole list about how he eats healthy food. And,
yeah. I've heard about some of his healthy eating.
Avocado ice cream. For me, if I'm going to eat ice cream, it's going to be ice cream. It's not going to be,
healthy.
I like avocado, but that's not an ice cream.
Right.
So, but maybe that's what you got to do to be 40 and play in a Super Bowl.
I don't know.
It's not worth it to me.
Who knows?
But, at the same time, it's just as far as technology, and you kind of see where technology is going, and you see us now live in our house, in the studio here. I'm just fascinated by the way technology has grown. We used to get our 4 channels, CBS, ABC, NBC, and PBS.
Mm-hmm.
Now you get infinite amount of channels. I can watch TV from Rome if I wanted to, which is awesome. So I don't know where I'm going with this, but I guess my point being is that poor Tom Brady. I feel so bad. I feel bad for Tom.
It's all right.
Number 6. It was
he'll
so
be
close.
Okay.
It was this close.
I've seen pictures of his house. I think he'll be all right.
Well, it was funny. In 2007, 2008, Patriots played the Giants. And Tom Brady threw a pass to Wes Welker. And Wes Welker was up there, and he went to catch the ball, but the pass was a little high, and Wes Welker couldn't drag it in. Tom Brady's wife, Giselle, if you remember, said, "What do you expect Tom Brady to catch the ball to?" Well, we kind of did last.
Well, yeah. As you learned.
Tom Brady ain't catching that ball.
He didn't catch the ball.
No. So it was a little rough. But I'm sorry. I'll get back.
You're good.
We'll let Tom.
Wow.
Tom Brady. So what else you got, sir?
I don't have much more. Did you have anything else for the greater good of the podcast?
No, long story short, we kind of talked about bringing some guests in. We've got a little tight here, but if you're a person who is doing something good in the community, we kind of want to know about it. I don't care if you're a Rotarian or not. I just want to hear about good stuff happening in the community. If you've got some good ideas, if you've got some stuff that you don't know how to kind of execute, but you've got an idea of how to do something, let us know. I mean, we've got people, we've got peeps that can kind of help us out with that. You know, it's one of those deals where you might be an idea person, but you may not be an execution person.
Right.
I've got execution people. I've got idea people. We've got them. So if you have an idea about helping out in the community, let us know. Drop us an email.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear it.
Exactly.
We'd love to have you people come in and chat. I'm just trying to think. Everybody asks me. Well, you were asking me about. I'm going to give a free plug here. So, I always use this as a mouse pad, but this is my friend Krista Crawford's book. You know, the Full Armor of God, which is it's a neat book. Kind of tells you how she dealt with a lot of her life and perseverance and going through. I don't know why I'm bringing that up other than if you're in a struggle, you know, and you don't know what God's plan is and you're always cursing God, you know, that's one of these books that can kind of help you out. And you know, I thought it was funny because Dave always says, "Hey, why do you bring that book out and you never talk about it?" I'm like, it's a mouse pad.
A mouse pad. Here I'm thinking he keeps forgetting to mention the book, and he's like, "No, I just need it as a mouse pad." Okay, got it.
I read the book. I really love it. It's funny because we know Krista, and so when you're reading the book, you hear her talking. I had her talk to the club. Her brother Billy a couple years back came. I actually corresponded with her dad, who was a teacher at McKendree, who may be coming in as well. But I digress.
All right.
But we got some good stuff coming on in the next couple of months for our club. So come check us out.
Yep. And the last thing I will leave everybody with, because it's still the beginning of February, so if you watch this video, is for the Rotary, February is Peace and Conflict Resolution Month.
Ooh.
So we will let you chew on that, and how maybe this month you should focus on peace and conflict resolution. Revolution, whatever. No, conflict resolution. So hope everybody's having a good day. Have a good week. Have a good rest of the month. And unlike Tom Brady. And we will see you guys back here next time.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
And hopefully somebody from the Blues will call me and we will get that power play worked out.
Yeah, that's the truth.
It's all right here. I got notes.
I hear you, sir.
All right. Have a good one, everybody.
See you later, all.